The Incredibles 2 was really supposed to be better than it was. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't terrible, it's still a decent film at the end of the day, but the more time I spend away from this story, the more the voices of the people saying that it was just a retread of the first one just got louder. I mean, with the time that it took to make this thing, I had already written a movie in my head that advanced the characters more than the actual sequel did. But that's not why we're here. We're here to understand the, maybe genius, but billionaire, probably not playboy, but definitely philanthropist, Winston Deavor. This eager superfan is all about bringing the metahumans out of the shadows just like in the old days. But if you take away the money and the tech and all the CEO perks, what you have left is someone who is a lot more like us than you think. How is one of the least interesting characters in The Incredibles 2 even worth talking about? I'm the guidance guy, and your internet school counselor just might surprise you. When we first meet Winston, he's gathered up our trio of Elastigirl, Frozone, and Mr. Incredible to recruit them for his plan to bring heroes back from their government-sanctioned exile. As he goes through his sales pitch, you can feel his energy, his love for the superhero, and their ability to inspire others. And if we're really honest, we can see ourselves in this 1%er fanboy. Superheroes have dominated our media landscape for over a decade now. They've been making bank at the box office, making heroes that some of us have never heard about our new favorites, and they've been transforming our cultural landscape in a way that we've never seen before. But why now, though? What is it about these times that have created this age of heroes? One major factor is the economic uncertainty of our time. The first Iron Man movie, the film that kickstarted the whole shebang of the MCU, came out in 2008. Want to know what else happened in 2008? The Great Recession. Jobs were being cut and incomes were being interrupted. And historically, superheroes sell more when the economy is down. For example, superhero comics were killing it during the Great Depression, but not so much during the 80s and 90s. Another factor that has led to the superhero renaissance is, well, nothing much, just the general trash state of the world. I'm not kidding, I mentioned it in my Persona 5 video, but we all know that our world ain't right. Corruption on every level in seemingly every area of life, widespread greed that's making the rich richer and the poor poorer. We can't ignore the mess that our world is in right now. But what we can do is escape from it every once in a while. And watching stories of people overcoming great odds, defeating personal demons, and taking on world-ending battles does something to us. It can either cause us to desire to be the hero and help others, or give us a comfort in wanting to be delivered from our day-to-day. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no wrong way to enjoy these flicks. If you can enjoy them in a healthy way, then have at it. The danger always comes from the extremes though. And when we tend to lean in too close to wanting to be saved, that's when we run into Mr. Deavor's main issue. The D-Man's love for the supers was completely understandable and natural, but the point where he and his villainous sister disagree is how the existence of supers influence their day-to-day decisions. The event that changed both Deavor siblings was the night that they were victims of a home invasion. They and their mother were taken into the safe room while their father did the thing that seemed the most natural to him. He went to his specialty phones to call his favorite heroes. He did that not remembering that the supers had been forced into hiding and that no one was on the other line. And sadly, Father Deavor lost his life as a result of that miscalculation. Now, even though that's not gonna happen to us, what we do see is what psychologists call an external locus of control. Locus of control is a concept that describes the extent to which a person believes that they have control over the events of their lives. Those with an internal locus of control believe that they are the captains of their life, that their actions have an impact on their reality, and thus they can change their reality based on what they do. Those with an external locus of control are more likely to believe that outside forces like luck or fate have a bigger influence over the direction of their lives than they do. If Winston and Evelyn's father had an internal locus of control, he wouldn't have relied on the caped ones to come to his family's rescue. He would have either joined the rest of the family in the safe room or come up with his own way to keep his wife and children safe. But instead, he put his faith in the external factor of his favorite supers to do the job. And that's the danger that we can fall into. A mindset that needs someone else to help us, some situation to bail us out, some twist of fate that will allow them to live the life that they want. That's what Screenslaver was ranting and raving about. Evelyn saw her family become victims of an external locus of control and saw it ultimately destroy her father and mother. And even though the method that she used to get her message out wasn't the best, she was onto something. So how can we avoid Winston's fate? Well, you know, the I'm helpless and need people to save me part, not the super rich and successful part. I'll take that last part all day, every day. But if you feel you need to improve your locus of control, there are 2 quick ways to get started. 1, look at what you can change. Think of a challenge you have in your life. What are the actions you could take that could directly change the outcome of that challenge? What can you do to turn the tables? Think about them, then write them down, and then do it. You gotta execute on your plan. Don't make excuses either. Pull a Nike and just do it. And lastly, own the results. Good or bad, hit the mark or sorely miss it. You gotta take responsibility. Don't pass blame or make excuses, because when you do that, you're giving up your power. And we all have power. Power to change our situations, power to change our circumstances, power to change ourselves. And all we need to do to access that power is to see what we want for ourselves. Make a plan and then follow through. It's okay to be fans of heroes. Just don't forget that your biggest hero should be you. Thanks for watching. And before you go, be sure to do the YouTube thing. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to ring that bell so you know about all the new content coming off this channel. Until next time.